This is an introduction to the interactive add command that Git has. Instead of using git add like we did in the last chapter, I'm going to show you how to use git add-i. So if you run git add-i, and as you can see here, I have a number of files that have been modified. It gives you a status, first off, where you can see all of your files that have been staged and all of your files that are modified and are not in your stage. If you'd like to add the files, instead of running git add, what you do is you hit 2 or U, which puts you into the update UI, and you can do things like I want to update files 1 through 4, minus a number will take it out, and you can see the little stars changing as I do these things. And so I've decided I want to do 1, 3, and 4. And so when we go back and we run the status, we can see that files 1, 3, and 4 have now been staged, and file 2 has not. And if we were to commit this, it would just commit those 3. So it was like running git add on those 3 files. And at any time, we can see the status of our current index by hitting 1. And really, what the staged column is our index file, and the unstaged is our working directory. Now, if I wanted to, as we just saw, if you hit 4, you can add untracked files easily, and to revert, you hit 3 and you can revert a file. And reverting an untracked file just takes it out completely. You have to add untracked again. The other cool thing you can do is patches. So if you hit patch, there's all sorts of stuff that you can do on a per patch hunk basis. So if I just want to add certain patches or certain parts of patches, I can use the patch command to do that. So this particular hunk has 2 different sections in it, so if I want to split that up, I can put S, and it'll just give me the first section, and I can just stage that first section of the diff of this file. And you can see that it's just showing me the first section now. So I can hit Y and accept this particular hunk of that patch and say no to the next one. If I don't want to make a decision on a certain one, I can hit J, and that'll switch me over to the next available one and not make a decision on that one yet, and hit Y and hit N to accept or reject the patches as you go through the interactive command. So now you can see on the base.rb file, I have part of the file staged and part of the file modified but not added yet, and the same thing with the ticket.rb file. So this lets me commit parts of files in a git commit, which is difficult to do otherwise. And if I want to look at the diff at any time, I can hit 2 and I can look at the diff of any of the files. So now I can go and I can revert part of it. So I reverted the base.rb file there. And I can add an untracked file back in. So I've added the ticket web file back in. And now if I quit and I just run git commit, so you can see with the git status that I've added the new file, I've modified the TI file, and I have the ticket.rb both in the staged section and in the not to be committed section, because I did part of the file. So now if I run git commit, and be careful not to do -a here, you'll undo everything, then I can put in a commit message, and it will do that partial commit for me. And so you can see I still have changes, uncommitted modifications, and if I go back into interactive add, I can add those all and add the untracked files as well, and quit out and commit again. And that was the equivalent of running git commit -a, because I just added everything and updated everything. But you can see that I have finer grained access to my index file this way.